like G Herbo a few years ago.
Herbo.
And
I'm glad.
Like there's a lot of
no
names.
shade to Live on Lake Street, but he didn't even ask me about none of this. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I'm so happy you actually went and looked this shit up because, like I said, no shade to Live on Lake Street. It was an amazing interview, but they didn't want to really ask me about all that. You feel what I'm saying?
And while you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/waterwave TV and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball with hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt, hands is itching. Damn.
Welcome back to a new Waterwave TV interview. Today I got Gxdlike, or some of you may know him as Glizzy, in the building today.
Waterwave.
It's a special one. This man done it all.
Yeah, man. I feel like to a certain extent, I got to come get my flowers because if they ain't going to give them to me, I got to come grab them. You got to come take them. You feel me?
You got to go pick them from the garden yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
How you doing today, though? Today's Monday. How was your weekend? How you feeling?
It's been a fast weekend. That's how I could describe it. It's been fast. A lot of just back and forth here because I'm only here till tomorrow. I leave literally in the morning. So I had a couple days to go see family, go do this and that, and just been running. Yeah, it's been cool though. You know, it feel good to be back in the city. Feel good. Yeah.
Speaking of being back in the city, moving around, I'm curious to learn a little bit more about yourself, like in your early life and whatnot. Are you always from Minnesota?
Yeah,
born and raised.
Like, bro, for a long time, I never left the state for like the longest time. Like, I was born and raised in was it Hennepin? Was the hospital in Minneapolis? I forgot what hospital, whatever. But that's where I was born at. But you know, I moved from like I was in like Savage to like Egan. Egan is like when I was like in middle school and the first 2 years of high school. So that's kind of where I grew up there a little bit too. But I done moved all around Minnesota. Especially like, as a really young kid. As I got older, it kind of slowed down a little bit and we got more stable. But as a little kid, yeah, I was at Edina, moving everywhere. I went to elementary school, Edina, Richfield. Like, so I done touched a lot of people in Minneapolis, you feel me? Or just in the Minnesota area in general.
When did you graduate high school and what year was that?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't graduate high school. I dropped out because look, okay, so I went to Henry Sibley like for my freshman and senior year, or my freshman and sophomore year. I went to Henry Sibley. Halfway through my sophomore year, I did online school because I had bad attendance. I just didn't care about going to school. Like, to be honest, I just didn't care about it. And so I ended up doing online school for the second semester of my sophomore year. And we ended up moving to St. Paul, and I ended up going to Como. I went to Como Park, and it was a lot of good opportunities at Como. There was a lot of really cool shit that happened at Como. A lot of good opportunities, but I was like super antisocial. Like, you can ask anybody, if it's anybody that's even watching this, and they remember me from Como, they know I would never say a word to nobody. I was literally the most antisocial person in school. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I just sit in class, do my shit. But yeah, Como was a cool experience. But I didn't end up graduating because they had sent me to Gordon Parks, which is like an alternative school, and I went there for 2 days. I said, if this is what I gotta do for school, I don't want to go to school. I'm over it. Because by that time, I was a senior. I had already found photography. So, like, I had wrote a senior paper on, we had to write a senior paper on a career. Like, just whatever career, a career that you would want to pursue. And I was thinking, because I'm like, this school shit, I don't know if I'm going to graduate in time, but so I'm looking like, what is a career that you can make a decent amount of money on that doesn't require a high school diploma? And so I'm just researching. I'm at the library. I'm looking at shit. But then I started doing research. I'm like, I do like, photography is cool. That's like something cool. That's like something I could do. And this is actually crazy because like a week after this, and like I wrote the paper, whatever, about a week after this, my cousin comes to my house, and he went to Walmart, stole a little Nikon camera, but it was like the one with the lens on it. I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen a camera with a lens on it until that day. And I was begging him to give it to me. He didn't want to give it to me. He ended up selling it. But after that day, I was infatuated because I didn't know like it was like a whole camera with a lens. I'm used to just like the cameras, and it's just like a point and shoot and this and that. So once I seen that, I was like, damn, it's like a lot to this. I started doing research, looking stuff up. What cameras do this, and I started looking up like how to do your settings, aperture, all that the little basic shit. You feel me? I started looking up all that shit. And yeah, my mom, she got her taxes. I begged her and begged her and begged her to get me a camera, and she got me a Nikon D 70 or D 7500, something like that. And yeah, it was over
Started
since
from
then.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have this early picture of you. Obviously, had to do my deep dive before we started.
Oh,
This is one
man.
thing I want to do more often on here. But 2013, 2013 glitchy
Oh
photo.
man,
This is the earliest picture. The earliest picture I could find of you with a camera.
Oh
Was
man.
this like early, like first
Yeah,
time
this
with a
is
camera?
this was actually this picture actually was during I did an internship. So at Como they had a program where you would go do an internship, and there was a bunch of agencies and stuff like that. And so they took out of 500 students, they took, I think, I want to say like around 12 that got accepted, and I was one of the ones that got accepted. It was 2 from every school in this program. Me and somebody else got accepted. Like, bro, I got accepted over like super smart kids that was in debate class. I turned my thing in 3 days late on top of that. But I think they just realized I really wanted to do this, like, cause like the stuff I was saying in my paper, like they could tell, like, okay, I really care. Like, this is something I really want to do. And it was a paid internship on top of that. So yeah, I did that, but I ended up working, Medtronic. It's like a medical company, Medtronic. It's like the HQ is here, but I ended up doing it was a marketing internship. So it wasn't like nothing normal. This is marketing.
Yeah.
So this is how I first got into like media and anything like that, because we would do classes every Monday. We would go to MCAD. We would go to MCAD and we have classes with an actual professor from there while we was in high school. Go have classes at MCAD, and he would teach us a little stuff about marketing and advertising and design and stuff like that. So that was a real, I'm not gonna lie, that was a game changer for me, because a lot of that shit I still carry with me to this day. A lot of it. So yeah, that was
How old are you in that photo? 2013.
I think I was 17 or 18. I had to
Okay.
be. I think I was like 17. I don't think I was 18. I don't think I was an adult. I think I was 17.
So you would have were you class of 2014 then for high school?
Yeah, I think it was class of 2014. Like I said, people be asking me, I don't even remember because I didn't even graduate.
Yeah.
They just but
somewhere around that time.
yeah, I think it was 2014. I'm pretty sure. Was it 2014 though?
Yeah.
So I went to his graduation. We was the same class. I was like, people looking at me like, oh, you didn't graduate. That's tough. I'm like, I'll figure it out.
It's always tough until the person figures it out, though. Because I always wanted to go to MCAT I'm from Mankato originally, so like Minneapolis, art school, design school. It sounded so cool to me. Ended up not doing that, but because it was like expensive.
You said you're from Mankato? Because I feel like it's kind of the opposite too. Like I feel like a lot of people from here, like they think like Mankato might be like a lit school to go to and stuff, and that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like kind of that juxtaposition, and it's even like that living out in LA, because I feel like it's like I be asking my friends that are from LA. I be like, so where do you be like thinking about moving to? Like, cause you was born here. So like, is there any place that you ever be thinking about like, oh, I wish I could live in New York or this place or this place? And yeah, so it's kind of always that weird juxtaposition. The grass ain't greener on the other side. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, it's always just good to. Is she here to get picked? Yeah, you can walk out. That's cool. Yeah, we'll just let him sleep by real quick. What was I about to ask? One thing I wanted to ask her. See, when was the first time you ever actually shot a music video? Do you remember? I went deep onto your YouTube page. It was 8 years ago, and at least on your page, your first like video was a song with like YP on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was a few videos back there too that were with YP. Like,
what was the first one the actual music video was it? Because so that I had made my channel. I think I had a different channel before that, but if anything, I probably uploaded one video and it wasn't even nothing, but it was for Kari. Kari was this is my blood cousin, so it's like I had everybody in my family make music. Like rest in peace, J Dot. That's my blood cousin. So everybody around me, Stilo. It's some people around me that make music. So it was easy to get into that, and that's another reason why I did it, because I was like, I'm already around this stuff on a regular basis. So that's how I started, just shooting for Kari. We would just shoot. She lived with me at the time. She was staying with me at my house, my mom's house, and so
right on cue.
yeah, she right here. Look, she was staying at my mom's house, so we would just do shit. We'd be bored, let's go shoot a music video. We shoot music videos in the backyard, in the alley, wherever I'm just, because at the same time I'm also learning how to use the equipment and stuff. I'm learning how to do the settings. So like it was like almost practice, but it was like still like I had people that was really give a fuck about music. I had people that really cared about music to be the test subjects to try to work this shit out and figure it out. So yeah.
Was it around like when that YouTube channel, that first video that was
I
uploaded to that
don't know
YouTube
what
channel
the
was
first
that?
video. Kari, what was the first video we did? Remember? Because I remember we was up in the Skyway. Yeah. I think we low key took it down. Like the first one that we ever posted, I think we low key took it down. I ain't gonna
It's
lie.
been like probably like 8 years, you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've done like since then. Like if we're talking like local scene, you've had a few videos at least like directly on your page, like get a lot of views for like a local standpoint.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no, I'm doing a deeper diving because I kind of came out here to the scene in like 2018 days because that's like when I moved to Minneapolis. So I was very like unaware of like a lot of the stuff that was going on before then until like I obviously start doing interviews with people and actually have to like look back and see what people did before I met them. But I seen like you had a Boss Sleep King Savage video back in the day.
You know what's crazy about that video? So you know how Minnesota Cole talked about how he had ended up getting his camera taken and all that stuff. I don't know if you remember that. He ended up getting his camera taken and all this stuff.
Like when he got
at a music video shoot. No, it was
shoot.
while he was at a video shoot.
Okay.
It was for them though. It was for King Savage and Boss Sleep. It was it was it was a hella viral video. I think it was the Computers remix. Yeah, it was the Computers remix. I think they ended up getting locked up and he got arrested during that. But that video we shot the night before, and Gang Task came sliding through the same place. We shot at the same place. That's the crazy thing. They came sliding through before and it shut down the whole video shoot. Luckily, thank God, nothing happened that night. But I guess they went and shot back at the same place the next day. And then Minnesota Cole was shooting video and he all that shit ended up happening. So, but yeah, because King Savage. So I went to Sibley, and it's a lot of it's like in between West St. Paul and like Mendota Heights, pretty much. Like it's a lot of West St. Paul kids, Mendota Heights kids. So a lot of my friends, a lot of my homies, they would go hang out with them, this and that, and even my little cousin, like I said, recipe J-Dot. I kind of got introduced to them through him too, in a certain way, like. So yeah, it was just, and I was doing videos, I was on my grind. So but I ain't gonna lie, I feel like at that time I had a different style than anybody. Like, I feel like I had like some of the best quality at that time because it was really only Minnesota Code, me, who else? I don't think it was really nobody.
Man for the Trenches or Endless Vision back then.
I don't even know if they was around during that time. Like,
I know I see his videos being like 5-6 years old, so that's even older than that.
Yeah, I don't know if they was around during that time because I don't think so. Who else? What other video mans was it around? Oh yeah, J-Mo, yes. Let me not forget, bro, because bro was doing numbers. Like he was doing the videos that niggas ain't really want to do. Like all the when the West and the East was beefing like super heavy and shit like that. He was doing like all the East videos, like going over there and doing all that extra crazy stuff. You feel me? So you got to give him credit. He was doing numbers on his channel for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just me, J-Mo, and Minnesota Cole. I think that was it.
Yeah, that was like, I don't know if our music scene has been as popular since then. Like that's almost been like the most popular our music scene has been, at least in the Twin Cities, like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah, you know what? And I got something to say on that type of thing. Because at the end of the day, it's like the street rapper, they was doing numbers, 500K, 250K. Everybody was doing crazy numbers, but it wasn't no label presence. It wasn't no industry presence for them to actually be able to do some of that. Maybe it was, and maybe they was just turning shit down. But I feel like it's like it's on one end, it's that situation, right? And then you got the industry dudes who are doing stuff, and they're not getting praised. Like I'm not saying industry, but like Casey and like Young Gravies, and they get a lot of love, but not from like the actual city, like from the within the actual culture of Minnesota. They're not getting the love like Tarzan, King Savage, what's bro from the East, Kari? No, you ain't got a lot of kick it. What's bro name? Vo. Everybody that was making music during that time that was really doing numbers, I feel like they should all had deals. It's no way. How did y'all not have? Y'all was doing crazy numbers, unless y'all was buying views, which I don't think. But
no, that I during that era, I've like all that. You can tell, like even Minnesota Cold said on his last interview he did, that you can tell, like when you get a real 100K, your name, like you'll feel it. People
I
will
feel
know
like
your
they did,
name,
but I feel
and
like they did. I don't think
did.
that they're the.
I know. I believe it was all 100% real because people still know. Like when we did a show with Tarzan, we had people come in our store like, "Oh shit, you guys are doing a show with Tarzan," and it's just like random people that come in our store every day that you never would even expect like to even listen to like that type of music or anything. It's just like, damn, yeah, we are. And then, I haven't heard about
They was really doing genuine numbers like in the city, like off of just what they was building, like in. It always, and I'm sure that was in any other city. It always go like that. You wish, that they could be cool and do music together. But that's not what's giving them numbers. What's giving them numbers is them having this animosity between each other and going back and forth. So everybody wants to see, oh, what did he say? And now he said this back and forth. Oh, he said this. So, and that's what built the hype of it. That's why they was doing so many numbers, which I don't glorify at all. I don't glorify it at all. But like, only reason I don't because nothing came out of it. Mm-hmm. Now, if y'all would have got deals, like, look at the same thing happened in Chicago. That's why you got a Dirk. That's why you got a Sosa. Because if they didn't have ops, they didn't have people that they was dissing and doing this and that songs, nobody would be paying attention.
Yeah.
Which is why I feel like at the same time, a lot of people in this don't really pay attention to the people that are doing really well in the music industry, but they're not doing that type of music. Mm-hmm. They only pay attention to the music where it's people beefing and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it is intriguing. At the end of the day, you want to see what this person said about it. Like, it's just, we got monkey brains. We're humans. Like, that's just how it goes, bro. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's like it's just the idea that it's like drama centered. Like you can tie the music into like actual real life shit, and I think that's what like makes people actually buy into it because they know like, oh, I'm from that neighborhood as well, and I know that stuff's actually happening that you're rapping about.
Yep.
So it's like,
and you might know this person, you might know a little bit of tea about this and that. So
because it's I think that was one thing that it seems like there's a lot of artists that will rap about that type of stuff, but they don't actually live that life, like at least in the industry level. And then a lot of rappers that live that life and decide they want to rap about it rather than it just being like a form of entertainment. Like again, like what's your take on that? Like, do you think it basically like, I don't like, it seems like it's almost backwards where the people that do those things are like, damn, I'm doing all this stuff, so let me rap about it, versus like, let me rap about that type of stuff because I know like people like it. Or do you think like you shouldn't rap about it?
I mean, personally, how I feel, I don't believe. Okay, so it's. I feel like I'm kind of going the same way on both sides of that thing. So like I feel like the people that do actually do shit like that, but they doing music, I feel like you should tell your story. You feel me? And you can make it out by telling your story. I do believe in that, and even if you really do that shit. I don't like to glorify. I don't want the glorification and certain shit like that. That's where it get weird for me because I don't like, people that ain't did it glorifying it, but also like it's the entertainment industry. Like I see this shit every single day. People that don't really do this and don't do that, but they're doing numbers because of what they're talking about, what they're saying, and it's just like you just saying shit. And I feel like it take for other people to know. They gotta know that about you. If somebody know you, they be like, oh, he's not really about that. He just rapping like that, but it's working. Mm-hmm. As long as it's working, I guess. As long as you do numbers and it's working, keep doing it. But yeah, I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with either side of it. I just feel like people make it to a certain place, and the niggas that are really doing it, they make it to a certain place, and they keep doing it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's dumb because then that's where it gets to glorifying it because you're a whole millionaire sending people off. And that's why you seen YoungBoy damn near about to break down and cry when he was at his interview because he realized that YoungBoy is a millionaire. He done been sitting in his house, this big ass house for a year and some change or something on house arrest, and he like, damn. I've been making all this music about killing niggas, but I really like now I be in the house, I'm a millionaire. Mm-hmm. I'm really a millionaire. I can I can pay for generations of kids in my family and this and that. I don't need to be rapping about doing this and doing that. I don't need to be, because he understood the effect it got on people and how people want to hear a certain song. It really do influence people. Mm-hmm. You can't blame it on that though. I ain't gonna say you blame it on that, but it does to a certain extent. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think where sometimes it gets a little too personal and too aggressive is when they do start rapping about specific people or specific neighborhoods or specific.
Oh yeah, New York, they're going crazy in New York with that shit. The whole little naughty shit and all that shit. I don't. Anybody like, cause like I said, I be on stream and shit. People be like trying to say a little funny joke, but bro, chill the fuck out. Like, bro, you don't know, y'all don't even know them. Why is y'all talking about Naughty Bop and you don't even know him? You doing the dance on TikTok. Y'all never met him. Y'all never seen him in y'all life. Y'all wasn't even. Why is you talking about him, bro? That I don't know. That shit be goofy as hell. That shit really just be goofy for real. All the talking about dead, because 9 times out of 10 niggas be talking about people dead homies. Y'all don't know him. Y'all just doing it to get some clout because y'all know somebody gonna give you a reaction if you say something about they dead person. You feel me? That shit goofy as hell.
I mean, yeah, I agree to that. Some other things I found on your gram from way back in the day. You had a video with Aubrey King back in 2014.
Yeah,
it's the early days of Aubrey King. Lil James in 2015. At least taking some photos with him. I don't know if there was
we did a few videos. Him and Dip. I don't know if you know Dip.
Bands Up.
Bands Up Dip. Me and Dip. It was him and Dip video. But me and Dip, we was doing some shit. But I was in Vegas, bro. You know what's crazy? First time I met Young Thug was with Lil James. It was just me and Lil James. We was in Vegas. He damn near was wanting me to drive his car, all type of shit. But I was like, I think it was like 20. I ain't had no license, nothing. And he like, you can't drive my car. This and that. So we ended up going to, I think it was the Venetian or some shit. And Thug, bro, you know Lil Duke, right?
Yeah.
I had to teach this nigga Lil Duke how to tie a tie because we went up to Lil Duke hotel room at first. Thug, he had came, but he had a whole room. They had just arrived at the hotel. We go up the elevators. As soon as the elevators open, we go out. Thug coming out this one. We coming out this one. He walk up to me. He's like 6'7", 6'8", bro. He's tall as hell. Like, he's huge. He's Jeffrey. Nice to meet you. I was, at the time, like, I done met a few fans, but I was not prepared for him to just introduce himself to me. That was weird. Like, bro is mad humble. Like, he introduced himself to me, Jeffrey. He didn't say Young Thug. He didn't say Sex, nothing, whatever his nicknames be. He said Jeffrey. I said, damn. And then he went on to his room, and then we went to Duke room. This nigga Duke didn't know how to tie a tie. I had to show him how to tie his tie all time. It was crazy. But then we ended up just sitting in TM88 was there too. I was at the bar with TM88. We was chilling. But we ended up just sitting in Thug. He had a Sprinter van. A little studio set up in there. We was in there till like 8 o'clock in the morning till the next day. Just chilling in Vegas. Yeah, it was random as hell. Cause I stayed in Vegas for like 6 months. Like, it was random as hell.
Was that, you said you've met other famous people before that, right? That's what you just said. Like,
yeah.
So what was your introductory into like meeting industry people? Because because right now, like if you go through your socials, you can keep going back and you find yourself, oh shit, you got a photo on stage with Uzi in 2016 and like all this stuff. Like, so what was your like foot in the door to becoming like a cameraman for people in the industry? Like you definitely still show a lot of love to like the underground, but like
it's okay. So like I said, because we already started with the shit that's going on in the city, and I feel like it did start there. So like, okay, we'll say, look, I'm gonna give people their credit at the end of the day. So like, I started working with Reeves. So I started working with, before that I started working with Rocky. Rocky was like the first. That was like the first, because I don't know if you know, because you said you came out here like 2018, but like, Rocky was like a big influence in Minnesota. Like he was really one of the ones that was like doing other shit besides just local shit. You feel me? So Rocky was like the first one, but like that was like my first experience with a big rapper, this and that. But I would really say, like, for what you specifically talking about, I would really say it would be 1000 Band Funny. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but he was like tapped in. He used to be in a group with Playboy Cardi. This was like 2017. He was in a group with Cardi, and he had an Airbnb in LA. He was, I don't know what they was on, but they had that bitch for like 6 months or some shit. It was a nice ass Airbnb in the hills. He said on Twitter, he was like, I need a cameraman, da 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 da. I DM'd him. I was like, yo, what's good? Just sent him a DM. Yo, pull up to the crib. I put up to the crib, ended up living with him for like 4 or 5 months.
Damn.
But he was really lit at the time. This is like when Fetty on Fetty, all that shit came out, and this is the sound right now. That's the sound of music right now. Uzi and them, they still underground. Everybody still. So that kind of put me around a lot of people because he was lit. He in a group with Cardi at the time.
Yeah,
he fucking with Cardi.
He was in a group with Cardi.
Yeah,
I fuck with 1000 Band, but I guess I don't know. I didn't know that they.
Yeah, him. It was him, Uno the Activist, and Playboy Cardi. I forgot what the group name was, but it wasn't like a group like they was like making songs together. But it was like on some like they had a little clique. Yeah, you feel me?
I know him and like Uno and like almost like a Warhol. Like
Yeah, Warhol too. Warhol was around. Warhol was around. I still fuck Warhol to this day. Like, bro, his cousin, one of my good homies. I fuck with them to this day. But yeah, it was Fonny. He definitely was one of the ones that introduced me to this, and it put me in a certain scene off rip, and then it trickled down to like so. I remember me and Reeves. So when Lil Yachty came out with Minnesota Cold, or not Minnesota Cold, Cold Lake, Minnesota. When he came out with that shit, right? He was looking for somebody to like link with that was like in Minnesota to actually give him some type of validation to a certain extent. Not like that. I don't want to say it like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like he was looking for somebody to kind of be like, I'm not finna just eat off this song called Cold Lake, Minnesota and not, you know, fuck with somebody that's actually from Minnesota. So Reeves was cool with his manager at the time, which was you remember the Trap shirts, you know, like Gap, how they got the Gap logo? You ever seen the shit that say Trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dude that made them clothes, he ended up linking with him and he invited us to the studio. This is before Yachty dropped his first album. So we go there. We didn't really even like interact with Yachty. It was really nobody there. It was probably like us and like 5 other people. We didn't really interact with Yachty for real because he was just recording the whole time. But Gianni Mora was there, Young Weege. It was a couple other people, John Ross. These is real fashion kids. These are real fashion kids. But so that's how I ended up meeting D Savage. They ended up linking with me, D Savage. D Savage, I shot his first video, I shot his first show, this and that, just off of that one interaction. But we he had a show at I'm trying to think what the fuck the name is. It's a lit ass spot, but that was his first show. It was his first show ever. We went there, Because I'm trying to think of like if people really understand what I'm saying. Because like John Ross, he like really like a real in the fashion world. Like, cause I don't think people really know about like this fashion shit like that. But like it was like that in itself. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar with John Ross, but.
Okay,
I'm open to
see, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out how I can explain it to you. I'm trying to figure out how I could bring you into that world. But like, it's like John Ross and D Savage, Ian Connors, ASAP Nas, Virgil's, like all them type of people. Like I knew about Off-White and V-Lone before Off-White and V-Lone was even out. Like that's what I'm saying. That shit wasn't even public yet. You could only get it through these certain people. And I was around the people that was really curating all these projects and shit and all that type of shit like that. But yeah, that I think that was really something that catapulted me into the industry, to be around people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Was all that taking place in like LA then?
Yeah, this is all in LA. Yeah.
Did you move to LA shortly after like when you like or what age did you like move to LA then? Or
I was 19. I moved to LA when I was 19. That was when you
linked with Fonny and stayed in his apartment like 19. So right after
this, it was probably 29. Oh, it was like this was like 2015. I moved in 2015 in September. So this was like 20. It might have really been 2016, around 2016.
Yeah. Also around that. So then around that time, little after that, I seen. Another funny thing is I seen the youngest picture I've ever seen of Tyler Yaway on your page too. I was like, and then you linked with him a while ago, and you did a video not like with last year with him or something like.
We just know we did.
Is it recent?
This was recent. It's finna drop in like I don't know when he gonna drop it, but it's gonna drop soon.
Yeah, maybe I read that. But Tyler Yaway's been showing good love to Minnesota.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a cool connection I seen. I was like, damn. Yeah, I thought Tyler Yaway just kind of popped
crazy
out the blue one day.
I've known Tyler for
in the scene,
7 years now since I first moved to LA because I was hip on his music already. Before I moved to LA, I was already hip on his music. He wasn't doing no crazy, but he was going through Elevator. Shout out to all the people from Elevator because they showed me mad love. They showed me crazy love.
Yeah, Kari had a video.
Yeah, she had a video on there. Reeves had videos on there because they were showing me hella love because they fuck with my work. You feel me? They was fucking with me. But Tyler, him and Sky, my homie Sky, it's like Sky XXXX. But they had a group together, Swamp Posse. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It was him, Keys, Sky, and Wi-Fi's Funeral.
Okay.
But Tyler wasn't really a part of the group, but he did. You know, they all from Orlando. But anyway, yeah, that I got kind of hip to him through that, through like just listening to the music, and I be like I said, bro, I be so heavy on the like, bro. I'm gonna DM you. If you respond, you respond. If you don't respond, you don't respond.
Yeah.
I be DM if I fuck with your music, this and that. I'm gonna DM you, da da da. So yeah, we ended up linking with Tyler like early on, and then that just happened after we really got to know each other. I don't know. I was like, damn, bro's going crazy. Like it was like one of those situations. Like, damn, he really went and did that shit.
Yeah, you've literally have gone through like all the step by step to like actually like naturally organically make your way through into the industry. Like it seemed like from at least the story you're telling, the way it's been seen online. Another person you tapped in with pretty early on in his career was TRIPPIE REDD. I didn't even know you shot the Limitless video with him and Tracy. Like I watched that video so many times. Like I'm a pretty big TRIPPIE REDD fan. I'm like, damn, I watched that shit so many times years ago, and I was like, god damn, like, and I was just going back. I was like, no way he shot that shit. And it's on your page and everything, because I just went through your YouTube page again before we did this. I was like, no fucking way, because I remember you shot.
Let me see it. Oh, you can get your vape. No, my bad.
You shot the video for was it like Murder for TRIPPIE REDD recently, and Kari was in it, and I was like I thought that was like where the TRIPPIE REDD saga started for you, and then I dove that up, and I was like, no fucking way.
That's the end of it.
That's like
I'm not gonna say the end of it, but that was like
the more recent project.
Yeah, that was like,
and yeah. So what's it like tapping in with an artist like a rising star that early on, like a TRIPPIE REDD back in 20?
You don't know. You don't know who's gonna pop. That's what I'm saying.
16, like. So like for it to be on your channel, because I know like some artists obviously either want it, like back then it was a lot more common to like have it on World Star, have it on the cameraman's channels, and then like some artists want to build their platforms now. So like when you're shooting with an artist like TRIPPIE REDD back in the day like that, and it goes on your channel, like how are you negotiating that? Is it like I believe in your career, like let me get it on my page?
No,
and shoot
it didn't go nothing like that. It didn't go nothing. It was not bro. I'm telling you, when it comes to that type of shit, it was nothing. It was literally just us being cool. He dropped the video. Okay, upload it on my channel. Boom. Like it was literally the most simple shit ever. It was not like as calculated as maybe there was like business behind it, because that was his first million views. It wasn't even Murder. It was the Stomp video. It was him and Black Jesus, who was an artist that
you could sit over. You could sit in that chair too if you like.
It was an artist I was working with at the time. It was him and Black Jesus. That was me and his first million views, and it just happened to be on my channel. And so then we ended up shooting another video, and he he had another feature with that artist from the Stomp video, Black Jesus. Rest in peace, Black Jesus. He had another video with him, and we went to the video. We shot the video, blah blah, this and that. It was over with. He was like, "Yeah, my cameraman flaked on me." Cameraman flaked on him. He said, "You can shoot this video from real fast," and that's when we did the Limitless video. Right after that, we did 2 videos in that same day. All of them videos got him
millions.
That was his first million views. That was like literally the blow up of TRIPPIE REDD was when I was working with him. So it was like all this time I've been trying so hard to, not even trying so hard, but like I've been manifesting, like working with an artist from the ground up to become something that's like really that, like you really made it, bro. Like you really made it. Like that was my goal. I was manifesting it for so long, and it came at the most random time with the most random artists. Like the first video me and TRIPPIE did never came out. It did not come out, but like I had shot some scenes to the P's and Q's video. I don't know if you remember that, because Uzi came out with the Q's and P shit. This was him and Uzi was beefing. He had came out with the Q's and P's song, and TRIPPIE came out with the P's and Q's remix. I shot some scenes to it, and I just didn't send it to him. But he didn't even trip off it. He still just kept shooting. We just kept shooting. We just kept dropping new shit, more shit. And it just ended up working out. And he, you know, I know he's still fucking me, but like I don't be thirsty to be around nobody. I don't be like really tripping off just being around people. So if I was really on some like clout chasing shit, I could be wherever the fuck they at right now and be with them. You feel what I'm saying? But I just don't be thirsty to be on that. I would like to be on my own time, doing my own shit. You feel me? Because even one thing he told me, he said, you can't You can't fuck. I forgot what the fuck the quote was. It's a good quote. I'm gonna remember it. My mind blinking. But I forgot what the fuck he said. He said, don't follow people that don't got a plan for you. Like people that don't got like plans for you. Like you could be around the rapper, this and that, but they do what they mention their own career. If they don't got plans for you, you just gonna be around them, and then come 2 years down, like you ain't did nothing. You just around them.
Yeah.
And you thinking they finna just bless you and keep putting money in your pocket and doing this and doing this and that. It doesn't work like that. You gotta keep doing your own shit. So that was always one thing that really stuck with me. And so since then, I never really like coattailed nobody. I didn't want to coattail nobody.
Just wait for the call, basically.
Yeah, like cause like even like Icy Narco, that was another artist. Icy Narco, we did 10 million views. That was his. That was another one. That was his first like big video. It was in the Rocky movie, all type of shit. First big video ever. But I didn't want to coattail him. I'm like, I'm not finna just be around you and this and that. I gotta still make myself do my own stuff, do my own career. Like if you need work and we work together, do this and that. But I'm not finna just be like yo homies that just sitting around you and doing this and that all day, waiting on you to move. I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a really good way to put it. Along with TRIPPIE, REDD, we don't have to. We can tell all the stories you want, but you also have Famous Dex, Stephen Cannon, Look Candy Paint. More recently, like Sean Kingston. A little bit farther ago, you had like G Herbo a few years ago. And
I'm glad.
Like there's a lot of
no
names.
shade to Live on Lake Street, but he didn't even ask me about none of this. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I'm so happy you actually went and looked this shit up because, like I said, no shade to Live on Lake Street. It was an amazing interview, but they didn't want to really ask me about all that. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
yeah, do you have like, because there is a lot of names in there, and I'm sure there's like a story of how you bumped into all of them. But like out of like all like the bigger names, like is there like one of the stories that stand out of like we were super excited to do it, or like how the TRIPPIE one, how you kind of stumbled across like, bro, we need a cameraman, pull up. Like is there any other cool stories like that on maybe how you linked up with Herbo or the Famous Dex multiple videos?
Okay, so I do have a story about Herb. I ain't gonna lie. So the Herb shit, like one of my mentors, Damian Sandoval, he's signed to Riveting Entertainment, big media company out in LA. He posted some shit on Instagram. So okay, let me go back. So I worked for Pink Dolphin for a little bit, just doing video stuff for them. Worked for Pink Dolphin for a little bit.
That's that clothing brand, right?
Yeah. And Damien, he's super tight with Nima and I forgot his brother name, but the owners of Pink Dolphin. Yeah. So he would be at like the little parties we would do and shit like that. And I ended up meeting him, but he's a real director. Like he was doing the video stuff before me. And so we ended up linking up. I got his number, this and that, in his Instagram. He posted on Instagram like looking for an intern. Blah blah blah. Went to the interview, whatever, blah blah blah. Went over there, and I showed him my videos. It was like 8 other people with us.
Pulling this a little bit closer.
Oh my bad. He ended up having like a little live interviews with people for internship or whatever.
Yeah.
He chose me over, like, it was like 8 other people. He chose me over everybody. I showed him my videos, everything, because he was like, yeah, you do all your shit on your own. You kind of work how I work. So, and I was homeless at the time. I was literally homeless. And so he let me end up staying in a penthouse in downtown LA, end up letting me stay with him, all type of shit. So I was doing that for a little bit. And it was just one of the gigs we got. We ended up doing a video with her. And I feel like you talking about the Some Nights video. So he got super lit that night. Super lit, like, I'm talking about OD. Like he told Southside, he was like, bro, we can go outside right now and get the ones.
Like the producer Southside, or
yes, the producer Southside, because this is when he was working on the little Swervo shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. That tape. He told Southside we can go outside and get the ones. I said, oh, bro, he's tripping. He's tripping. But luckily they was on some cool shit, because mind you, it's just me and him, but it's a bunch of we in a little ass studio, smaller than this room we in right now. It's tiny. He tweaking, but he was too drunk, so they ended up being like, bro, come on, let's just shoot the rest of the scene. So I ended up shooting a video, and he was just like on some shit like, well, you shot the whole video, you might as well just edit it, this and that. And that's how that came out. But we did another video for her. Like he's still cool with them. Like I think they just knew what it was. He was just too drunk that night, and they didn't take it personal. Nobody took it personal. He still worked with him to this day. He did like Herb last 3 videos that just came out. So yeah, but that's how the Herb shit came about. But like I said, most of the people I be working with, I be catching them early, bro. I be catching people early, from rest in peace Lexi to Casey to D Savage to Icy Narco to who else? Not Famous Dex. Who am I missing? Candy Pain.
Even Trippie Red, how we kind of talked about.
Yeah, Trippie. We yeah. Who?
You got a Jaleel video too?
Oh no, I didn't work with you, but I know Jaleel. Yeah, bro. What Jaleel was on the scene, like, bro. Jaleel was really on the scene, like Jaleel. Jaleel done been in my crib, all type of shit.
I think we tapped in with Jaleel back when he was ripping white tees off and doing backflips at gas stations.
And that's all he was known for. He was just known for ripping. He went crazy on TikTok.
As soon as TikTok, I was about to say, I knew as soon as TikTok dropped, I sent him a DM. I was like, bro, this is gonna be this is the app for you, because like, I mean, he was getting like 1,000 views on every TikTok, like him just doing backflips, rapping in the studio and shit. And I was like, this is the app that's gonna blow you up, because like you've been waiting, because like he's been doing this type of shit on Instagram, but there was no IG Reels, there was no market for that. And I told him that, and obviously he's way past that now.
Bro, his blow up was like, bro, that shit was crazy, bro. I didn't expect it. Like, it came out of nowhere, because I don't be like paying attention to everything everybody be going. But I just see him on TikTok one day, 1.9 million views. So I go to his page, and everything is doing them numbers. I'm like, what did he do?
I remember what happened? Said in an interview like 4 years ago, or in a podcast, he was like, Jaleel won't ever make it because he's too buff. That was his take on Jaleel, but he made it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He said there's not really buff rappers.
You can't sleep on nobody though, and that's one thing I learned. Like, bro, the least person I expected to blow up was the one that sent everything through the roof. I was like, what? You never know. Like, you can't sleep on nobody. If they make good music, and you might not like the music, but you gotta also start to train your ear to a way where it's like you gotta train it to industry. Like, okay, I might not like it, but people could sell this. This could be something that could be sold, and people will really fuck with it. Because if you just thinking, oh, I don't like this, and this me, yeah, you're not finna come up on, not say come up, but like, you're not gonna really come across nobody that is gonna fuck with you and that's gonna blow up. You're gonna think everybody's just gonna fail. I think anybody could blow up at any minute, any day. Yeah. Like, cause I done seen it. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. Especially even like with your channel, like having that Trippie Red music video on your page will forever help put on anybody else that was on your page at that time. You know what I mean? Like anybody from the local scene to other rising rappers, like the other video that's coming up next after that Trippie video that's on your page, or even just like what's dropping, they click on your page.
It's a lot of shit, and I wish more people would take time to even look at that shit, because I'm sure you went through and look. It's a lot of local artists, and this is years ago. Like, I was really, before I moved to LA, I was doing the same thing I did in LA, just in Minnesota. I was working with any and everybody.
I recognize a lot of the names. Definitely, there's a few I didn't fully recognize because it was some older cats from like 2016 and whatever,
it's some people on there that might not make music no more, or they not really they're not people that
like as
really give a fuck about the music industry and shit like that. But
there's a lot of good names on there though too. Like it goes with both, but that's what goes with shooting a lot of videos for as many people as possible. What is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it? Along all the positives we just talked about.
No, I love this question. I love this question because I don't look at nothing negative. I love this question. It's one story that comes to, I don't know if it's gonna be my biggest failure, but this is one thing that taught me a really big lesson. So it was with Famous Dex. I was supposed to shoot a video for Famous Dex, and I pulled up and my battery was dead.
Oh, I've done that.
And I didn't have the charger. I didn't have my charger. So, and this is the first time I ever met Dex, the very first time. But like I said, so the same artist that I was working with Trippie Red, Black Jesus, he had a feature with him, and I'm just walking on Hollywood Boulevard. I got my backpack on, but my charger's not in there because I'm not at home. I'm just walking. I just so happen to just have my camera. That's it. Just so happen to have it. So I'm like, I'll pull up. I'm gonna pull up, shoot the video. Boom, I get there, bro. It's on 25%. I'm like, okay, maybe I can make it work. Boom, we get to shooting. It dies after the first scene. It died after the first scene. And so Dex, he come pull me to the side, like, bro, what's going on? Like, I'm telling you, Dex, bro, bless his soul, he is a good person, bro. Famous Dex, he done went through a lot of shit, but he is actually a really fucking good person, bro. He don't judge nobody. He don't do none of that, bro. He is a genuine good person. he just told me like, bro, like what's going on? I'm like, bro, my battery died. This and that. They didn't tell me beforehand. They just called me last minute. This and that. So I'm explaining what happened, and it would just ended. The video just never ended up happening that specific time. It just didn't end up happening. But that it hurt me a lot because I was like, damn, this Dex, and Dex was busting at the time. This is famous Dex. I'm like, damn, and he really sitting here. I had a job to do. I can't do a job, but at the end of the day, they didn't tell me beforehand. They just called me last minute. So I felt bad about it, but it was a lesson that I really learned. Like, bro, just make sure you prepare at all times. Make sure, get ready so you don't, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Mm-hmm. Basically, that was like the lesson I learned. Just always be ready. Always have batteries charged just in case. Yeah. If you feel like even you might have to do some shit. Nowadays, I don't really have to deal with that because I be moving on my own time. I don't be moving on nobody else's time. So if I know I'm going somewhere, I'm not bringing my bag. But like, even when I'm out here, like I got my camera with me right now just in case. Yeah. So like, it's like that type of shit. You feel me?
Thanks. If you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, fictional, cartoon, whatever, who would it be and why? Dinner, coffee, breakfast, whatever you prefer. Just like.
Oh, basically. See, these questions is what get me because I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe Ye. You probably Kanye, or I just don't know. Like, it's not nobody I can think of that I would really care to just be having a conversation with. Like Kanye, maybe because he be on some high, and it's not even that. It's just I feel like a lot of people you could have at dinner, but like they famous. But they regular ass people. So what are we like overly talking about? Like what is you gonna give me that is like change my life? It's not nothing. But I feel like Kanye, because I feel like he's a real intellect. Like he's really somebody. If it was like that situation, I have to have dinner with a famous person, and it's gonna be this person. Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I don't think not Jay-Z because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna talk to Jay-Z about. I don't know.
So you would take the $100K over the dinner with Jay-Z?
What? I'm gonna take any brand. I'm gonna take the $50 over. No, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie. I'm lying. $50. You had a $50. I'm gonna go link with Jay-Z. I'm gonna go link with Jay. But like, yeah, like even bro, give it $2,000, bro. I'm taking the $2,000 over dinner with Jay-Z. I don't think it's nothing that's gonna come out of the. Well, maybe not me because I have something to offer. But
what about $100,000 or shoot a music video for Jay-Z?
Oh, I'm shooting a video. What? That's easy. That's crazy. What? I'm shooting a video for Jay-Z.
That's fun.
Oh, bro.
How about if you had to write a book tomorrow, what would you write about?
I would write about it would be a mixture. I think it would be a mixture between living in Hollywood and what to expect in the music industry and how to maneuver and stuff like that, on top of being like a director in the music industry and how to actually not just be a videographer, how to be a director and deal with people. Mm-hmm. I think it would be something like that because I'm big on books. I like self-help books. I don't read like fictional books. I like to read stuff that's like Think and Grow Rich and like stuff like that, like real books that's like that type of shit. Even though you know most people might not believe in everything those books say, but it's something you could take from anything like that. You could always take something out of it. You feel me? So I feel like if I wrote a book, it would be something like that. Just giving people some type of game. You feel me? Put people on game to a certain extent. Yeah.
What's an insult that you've received that you're proud of?
An insult that I've received
that you're proud of?
Probably that I'm an asshole. I don't know. That's probably it. I don't know. I don't really get like, bro. I don't pay attention to shit, bro. Like at the end of it, like I said, I stream, bro. I stream. I make content. I do all this shit. So I get insults all the time, and I don't pay no attention to them. Mm-hmm. But like I'd say, maybe me being an asshole because I know I'm not an asshole to people I give a fuck about. But like if I don't know you and this and that, yeah, protect my energy. Mm-hmm. I might be an asshole to you because I don't know you, and I'm gonna protect my energy. I don't know. That's probably it, but I don't take insults as insults. I don't.
What do people misunderstand about you the most?
Damn, bro, I don't even. What do people misunderstand? Probably along the lines of that I am an asshole because I'm really not. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it's just if you know me, you know I'm not. if I don't know you, I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm really a shy person. Like, I'm not like a super out there person. I guess I kind of grew out of it over the years and stuff like that. But like anybody that know me as a kid, like you can ask anyone over here, I was shy as a kid. Like I'm always been super shy. And yeah, I don't know that I'm not. If I look like an asshole and I look like I'm on some mean shit, I'm really not. I just don't know how to approach the situation. I feel like that's probably it.
I know you've been on some streaming shit with the gaming, even listening to music lives and stuff like that. But what's 2023 have in store for Gxdlike?
Content, bro. I'm doing everything, bro. Look, like I said, at the end of the day, bro, I'm locked in with the music videos no matter what. That's that's my first love. But I'm so into right now. I love making content. I'm really. This is something like, when I first started doing videos, it was like I was in love with it. I was infatuated with learning and figuring this and this and this. That's how I feel about making content. Like, no matter what type of content it is, I want to start doing vlogs and stuff like that too. All type of shit. But like, I'm in love with just making content and putting that shit out. And I know whatever it is that I really put my mind to is gonna work. And I proved it multiple times. No matter what it is, what lane it is, I proved it is gonna work because I'm not doing it for nothing. I'm not doing it for nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm doing it with a purpose and I'm straight lining it. I'm doing this because this is where it's about to go. And so, yeah, I love making the content. Streaming right now is the easiest way for me to make content. It's the most comfortable I feel making content because I'm at home. I could do it whenever I want to do it. And I'm at home being myself. If y'all ever want to see me, in my actual element, in my own element, come watch my streams. You will see me. I sit there and play GTA, whatever. I watch videos. I do all type of shit, but I mostly play GTA. But you will see me in my real element, like at home. Like that's me 1,000%. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not. It's 100% just me. And it don't got nothing to do with the videos. My fans of my stream and shit like that don't even know what I done did. That's the crazy part. I don't mix them two worlds.
Yeah.
I leave that side on that side and I leave this on this side. And they both, it's starting to really pop off. Like, bro, I posted this out like it's at 2.8 million views right now. I'm pulling like 80, 90 viewers a stream.
It's fire.
Yeah. It's
on your Twitch,
bro?
then?
Yeah, on Twitch. Okay. Yes. Bro, my first Twitch paycheck was $1,000. The first.
What works best for you on Twitch? Is it the GTA stuff, or what do you like? What do you like to do? Because I seen you done GTA, right?
Yeah, I play GTA mostly. Yeah. It depends. Like what the content. Because you gotta understand, Twitch is a place where you have to have an external thing going on, and then you bring them people over to your Twitch. Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. There's no algorithm on Twitch. So it depends. Right now it's I have to play a specific character to to really do numbers and shit like that and play a specific game. But before, bro, I was doing numbers when I don't know if you know what Elden Ring is. When Elden Ring first came out, I was doing numbers. That was when my TikTok first started busting off. Was Elden Ring content. I was making Elden Ring content, all this type of stuff. I was streaming. Streams was doing good. But GTA, I feel like GTA really is taking off for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's taking off, but I just want to make any type of content. I like it because I could be at home and just be myself on the camera.
Sure. One last thing before we send it off: is there any question you wish I would have asked, and how would you have answered it if there is one?
Damn, bro, you're a good. You're a good podcaster because you ask me questions I really got to think about.
Did I miss something? Did I whatever? You know what I mean?
No, bro. I feel like you hit a lot on the head and. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you hit everything, bro. Like, you really did your research and, like, asked me about shit that I actually wanted to talk about. I feel like you really did. Maybe it's some drama shit, which I'm not going to mention specifically. It's some drama shit, but I'm glad you didn't just dive into the drama shit. It wasn't just all about drama, you feel me?
It's not what we do.
Because I wanted to be, like, I really do feel like, maybe the Mount Rushmore shit. I could say that. Maybe the Mount Rushmore shit. We could talk about that.
You got wait. What is it? Four people on the Mount?
Yes, it's 4 people on Mount Rushmore. It's for videographers.
Yeah,
I would say
video. I was thinking about asking about that. But yeah, there you go.
No, yeah, we could let's add it in because I feel like a lot of people don't. Because I don't be on Facebook. I'm not a Facebooker.
When Live on Lake Street dropped it, were you on it? On their Mount Rushmore?
No, nobody put me. That's what I'm saying. Nobody put me on there
because I don't remember who was on there. So who? I don't remember who was on there at all. Now that I think about it,
I don't remember either. It was, but I know what you're talking about. I watched the interview where he said his Mount Rushmore, but
I wasn't dropped a graphic at some point.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, they did. No, they did. It was like last year sometime.
It was probably like I'm guessing they did like a Minnesota Cold, probably like a high def. I don't know who else would have been on there, but I'm guessing those two were on there.
Like I said, no shade to Live on Lake Street. You know, I love Live on Lake Street, but it's just no. I don't think nobody really knows. And I told Jake this, like, bro, I don't be on Facebook, so I think Minnesota is such a Facebook place.
It is. Yeah.
That because I don't be on Facebook, niggas don't know what the fuck I be having going on. And sometimes, you know, I will post on my Facebook, but it's on my Gxdlike page. It's not on my personal page. So I don't think people really tapping in and paying attention to what I'm really doing. You feel what I'm saying? But let me see. So I think for my Mount Rushmore, I have to put Minnesota Cold. Well, we're gonna throw him in there because at the end of the day, he is somebody that has been in the city and he worked with the city and this and that, and you know he refuses to leave the city just to work with the city. I'll give him that. I'm gonna put him on there, and I'm not going in no order because that's what I think. I'm going in no order. Ben Hughes is on there, of course. I'm throwing myself on there because I don't care what nobody says. I said this on Live on Lake Street. I've done more than anybody I'm about to name. At the end of the day, I'm gonna put him on there. And you know who else I'm gonna put on there? And this, you know, this might be under. I'm gonna put dog food on there.
That's I think he was.
Why does nobody mention dog food either? Nobody mentions dog food. What's going on?
He was like the
nobody mentions, bro.
He was like the first videographer I met in the scene.
And like he's crazy. And then, you know, I'll give him some honorable mentions. AO Visuals, Neighborhood Films. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Shout out Nate P.
Yeah, Nate P. I talked about him on my Live on Lake Street too. Nate P. He's amazing. He's been
on recently. I want to get him on here and talk.
That's what I said too. I haven't seen him posting, but you know he might still be working. But because I be on the same time, you go on my Instagram, you're not gonna see nothing super recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, shouts out. Let me see. Any more honorable mentions that I got to go for video?
Nashi Films.
Nashi, rest in peace. Ishan, rest in peace, bro. Yeah, bro. Like him and like dog food and even like AL Visuals and people like that, bro. I'm telling you, like, I'm not saying it on no cocky shit, but I really inspired a lot of people to do this video stuff, and they have come to me and told me that.
You're the living proof personally that it can work out from the same area.
Exactly. They came to me and told me that personally and asked me, you know, what cameras, this, that, just like asking me for advice. And I'm not saying that on no cocky shit. I don't want to say it just because, like I said, if nobody's going to give me flowers, I'm going to come and take my flowers. I'm going to come pick them myself, if anything. And it's a lot of people that other people look up to that looked up to me, and I don't think I get the credit for that. And I love every single one of them, and I'm glad, you know, shit is really working out for them. Like, hey, yo, he working with Nook, PGF Nook and them. Nate P, Rico Nasty, and doing all this shit with Robert Henry and all that type of stuff. Oh, shouts out to Adam DeGrosse too.
Yeah.
Bro, he was one of the first people to ever embrace me before I was shooting videos. When I was just doing photography, show photography. Shouts out to him too. Oh, bro. Adam helped me out a lot, bro. Adam helped me out a lot. Just on some like to keep going and like this shit could really work out because we used to shoot a lot of the same shows. Like, 'cause I was just doing photography at the time. But yeah, I think that's all the honorable mentions. If I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sorry, bro. But
I mean, it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot, and it's everyone has like their own wave too, their own little niche. But yeah, I honestly, if I were to put one together, I forgot like Adam DeGrosse and the Robert Henry films because both of them are fire,
bro. Goats, like, bro. They really do like, cool shit.
Like they're the real, like they like industry wise.
They really do cool shit. Also, and this ain't got nothing to do with Minnesota, but I want to also give a shout out to my bro, Dill, 35mm Dill. He on the like Rolling Loud squad and shit like that. But I'm talking about from the jump, and Milo Lee. From the jump, when I was just doing photography, we was all following her, this and that. And like, as like peers, they really hold it down. Like, I remember I was going through some shit after the Sean Kingston shit. I was really going through some shit, and I hit up Dill. Dill don't got no reason to disrespect. Dill was doing crazy shit for Kanye, this and that. We really on the phone talking, and he letting me vent to him and like express like the shit I be going through in this industry and shit like that. So I got to give a shout out to bro. I ain't gonna lie.
There you go.
Because he one of the ones that held it down.
I mean, I'll throw my picks out there. Give me Gxdlike, Minnesota Cold, Robert Henry Films, and Adam DeGrosse.
That's a solid squad though.
Yeah.
And see, look, 'cause like I said, I ain't
Honorable
throwing no
mention-
shade.
yeah,
I ain't throwing no
honorable
shade.
mention
But
every single person that you've mentioned. Also, Henry Smizek. I don't know how to say it.
oh, I didn't. I forgot somebody.
Days of Visuals
did
he used to go by.
Who did KC video? The one where he did out here. I mentioned him. What is his name?
He's in Henry's a little newer.
Kari, wasn't it? I've been talking about him since I got here. Bro, that did KC video.
Shane Slegger?
No. The one where they had the drone and shit, where it was in the little tunnel and he had the girl in the video.
I didn't even know. I didn't realize he was working with anybody.
Matt Wales.
Oh,
Matt Wales, bro. He is, as an artist, bro.
Matt
He
Wales
is
fire
so,
too.
bro. He's so good, bro. Like he's probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. He's actually my favorite. Like he's so. I'm so mad I forgot his name. But yeah, let me give a shout out to him too, cause he is, bro.
Yeah.
He on his way,
Wales
bro.
out there, yeah.
He gonna be doing crazy. You ain't gonna be able to get a hold of him real soon.
Almost everybody at some point along this.
Yeah, bro. Matt he's dope, bro. Like I want to work with him. I really want to collab with him. Like I'm not a shady selfish person. That's why I don't like to get into the drama. I'm not finna diss no video. I want to work with everybody I named. I would love to collab with them and work with them on something in any type of way, however it break down working. But Matt Wales is really somebody I really want to work with, because I feel like we have a very similar vision on videos and how shit should go. And I feel like he's taking it to another level as far as Minnesota artists. Like if he was really just in a sense holding himself out to artists and shit like that, I don't think it would be the same production quality, but I think he would. A lot of artists would have a lot better videos in Minnesota, because he's on some different shit, bro. He's good, bro. I'll fuck with Matt Wells.
There you go. We'll tap in with one of those peoples.
Yep.
Whoever's in town, whoever's free to work with you when you can work. I'm sure one of them is down to work.
Yep.
But yeah, make sure you tap in with Godlike. His Instagram has popped up on the screen a few times for you today, and we'll.
Yeah, make sure y'all, if y'all really want to get the raw uncut and y'all want to come kick it with me, you feel me? Twitch.tv/GlizzyGangy, GLIZZYGANGY. Come pull up. I'll be live almost every night.
And he had the Glizzy name before the hot dog.
Yes. It was before the hot dog meme. My name been Glizzy since 2015. Yeah, please leave me alone.
Come shop with us at 1521 Como Avenue, Southeast Minneapolis, Minnesota. We sell vintage clothing. We sell retros like Jordans.
Bro, I just
Nike
got
Dunks,
this.
Yeezys. He just copped the Supreme
the
hat before we
Supreme.
started. Supreme Bape, all that type of stuff. Book your studio sessions at waterwavetv.com. Shout out Northern Chill for sponsoring and keeping us refreshed in the store every day. Sponsoring the podcast. And yeah, I'm out. We dropped a lot of gems for us today. So hope you guys learned something. All you cameramen that needed some motivation to see you can start from nothing and turn it into something. Heard that here today. So get up off your ass, pick up a camera, start somewhere.
Yep.
Peace.